Welcome to the Prime 4 Podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross.
Alex.
And we got you... God damn it. I can never... I don't know. I'm shit at doing intros. We have a podcast for you today. Correct. It is great. We brought you cookies. You can have some. Mm-hmm. But you gotta come get them.
Right?
If you hit subscribe, a cookie will appear.
Yeah, right. No, that
right in your mouth.
Cut that. That's like
a biscuit.
You can get sued for that shit for
Fuck
false
that,
advertising.
Man. Fuck that.
Well,
okay.
I mean,
President could say they're gonna build a wall and Mexico's gonna pay for it, and he don't get sued for shit.
No, he did not.
He probably should.
actually,
Yeah, he should.
He does get sued for shit. It's just that you don't hear about
The
that.
things he gets sued about is when he does stupid shit.
Yeah, because didn't he have to pay like $2 million for something misusing?
because his foundation was like taking in donations that they were going to give to veterans or some shit, and they spent it on his campaign.
Well,
And he also bought like apparently a $10,000 like painting of himself with money from it, which is hilarious.
wow. What a dickhole.
I just saw this on fucking Reddit. Ray J is in secret talks with Trump administration over potential pardoning of convicted killer and rapper Suge Knight.
No way.
Following the reality star's criminal justice reform efforts.
No.
You do
fucking
realize
way.
that fucking... As much as there are some people who are locked up for no particular reason, Suge Knight is locked up for a fucking reason.
Correct. Okay? Millions of reasons, possibly. I was listening to Snoop Dogg.
He's trying to meet with Trump.
My God.
He would have gotten 11 years if it weren't for California's 3 strikes law. Oh, so he's in for life, apparently. Suge Knight is. He's trying to get him fucking pardoned for a hit and run.
Hit and run
okay.
my ass.
Ray J...
Like, yeah, hit and run, but it's not like it was just an accident.
Premeditated
Ray J-
hit and run, is that a thing?
Maybe do something first yourself rather than coattailing through the rest of your career.
Like, has Ray J actually done anything of merit? Like, as a...
He gets a lot of money. Yeah, he made those,
he smashed Kim K.
Those...
Yeah,
the sex tape.
Okay.
Yep.
He's Brandy's brother. And he did... so he was on some Moesha. And he did the Beats knockoffs called...
Ray something.
Yeah.
Raydens.
Ray-Bans?
No, I don't think he did that.
I'm just kidding.
Then he did some like electric scooter thing or something, I think.
Oh, God.
So he's just like entrepreneuring his way through life right now.
Well,
He's like Soulja Boy.
well, hear me out. Like, Brandy's probably floating in money for
More
all these
successful.
endeavors. I'm sure Brandy's floating in money for all these endeavors if she still has any money left over after the accident.
It could be. Could be. Oh my God. Did she serve time for that?
I mean, I don't know, but...
Okay, I don't know either.
I think she lost on the whatever trial with the money and everything.
I'm trying to find that TI article so I can talk about it better.
Oh, this guy is grimy.
Okay, let's start. Okay, so TI is currently... I think he's in Cancelville right now. Because of how fucking stupid this is. The funny thing is that I know somebody who would do something like this, probably.
We're not thinking of a fellow that's maybe about 6'3", 6 foot.
Well, don't say his name. Don't say his name.
He's 6'1", but he probably is would say he's like 6'3" or 6'4", right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so the New York Times has this article. The rapper T.I.'s daughter should never had a virginity test is the title of the article. So what T.I. did...
It does every year, you mean?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Is in a podcast interview, he said that he made yearly trips to the gynecologist with his daughter to evaluate her hymen.
First of all, gynecologist trips and with daughter was where you lost me. Second of all, the reason why he was doing that, you definitely lost me. But T.I.'s been snitching for a long time, so like technically he should have been canceled like 40 years ago anyway.
Yeah.
I think that what's interesting enough is I'm pretty sure like he doesn't do that for his sons.
What the hell?
Well,
A virginity exam does not exist, said Dr. Mara Quinlan, an associate professor of obstetrics and gynecology at Northwestern University in Chicago.
OBGYN. And it's basically like you can break your hymen doing non-sexual things.
Yep.
Like riding a bike.
Yep. That was one of the things they said. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So this is okay. He's okay. Oh my god. So T.I. is clearly a fucked up individual. Like
well, it took you this long.
So, as a parent, I think that if I had a daughter, which I do not, I have 2 boys. If I had a daughter, I would lead a life to make her understand what a man's position is in life. And that's my protection against my daughter fucking with fuckboys. Hey, wow, I've never seen my dad treat my mom like this, so I definitely am not going to let you treat me like this. Going to OBGYN visits and shit? Nah, bro. Like, nah.
I mean, he's got the money, so I guess he just went above and beyond the Call of Duty.
He's not even a stand-up guy.
No.
He's not even a stand-up guy. I think if I was in T.I.'s position, with all the fuckboy shit he was doing, all the snitching he was doing, all of the ducking the fade from Floyd Mayweather that he was doing, he understands what caliber of man his daughter might go after if she's going to get a man like him, and he is fucking scared, and he should be.
Yep.
Wait, so what was T.I. ever like brought in on, like, and put in prison for?
Pistol charges.
The usual.
Oh, okay. That's probably not something that they actually take people's kids away actively for.
No. Well, she's 18 now.
Well,
So maybe this year was the last year. I doubt it.
No.
He's
so
probably
she
making
was
her wait for
18, and
marriage.
what it said was he had her sign something that'll allow them to disclose it to him.
Yep.
Because
That's what
they
it
would
said.
not be required to.
Yep.
If she's 18.
Yep.
In the United States, parents no longer have the right to see a child's medical records after the age of 18 and the permission to discuss, diagnose the treatments with a doctor or medical provider. In the interview with T.I., recalled that during the appointment, a doctor said he needed such permission to learn about his daughter's hymen, and then he told her to provide it.
Yep. Jesus.
So
That's crazy.
this is okay. So this is the type of
You also
dude
gotta
who gets
understand,
his
though.
daughter's hymen checked, but he's busting in 18-year-olds himself and
Oh, I'm
cheating
sure.
on his wife.
Yeah.
This is the type of dude who is against abortions, yet raw dogs like any chick he comes across. And like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like,
The caliber of dude.
he's so scared of her getting knocked up that it might like come to the point where an abortion is in the talks, and he's like, I can't risk it because I'm against abortion. So you just can't have sex. Not safe sex, because probably to him, real men don't have safe sex. Gangsters, it's all raw.
If we strap up, it's burners.
It blows my mind how fucking ridiculous this is, but
Well, you got to understand. Number one, T.I. is from the South. Okay?
no one said he was smart, I guess.
Like the deep South too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's the king
like,
of the South. What are you
Like
talking
the already lost.
he's from like Louisiana or like down that far south, isn't he?
He's from Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was like.
All right.
I
Well,
thought it was Atlanta.
Trap.
No
one
matter-
of the
no matter
fathers
where
of
you-
trap music.
no matter where
Right.
you are in the South, you're probably 20 minutes from some hillbillies. So
Yeah.
Well, and then it's like you get these hymen tests on your daughters. Are you worried about drug tests too?
Yeah. Right.
Because drugs could fuck your life up. You know what I mean too. So is she getting meth tests too?
Do all the drugs you want. Just don't.
God.
Right? For the love of God, you
you
don't lose your virginity.
Yep.
That's
So
fucking terrible.
T.I. is fucking scary, controlling, and stupid.
but he's got the money. So if she still wants,
Them
she has
Gucci
to
bags.
play along. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
get
Chanel.
it, but at this point, like after this coming out in the news, she could write a book and make up shit about how horrible her dad is, and people will buy that shit and eat
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit
100%.
up.
My life
100%,
with T.I.
Right?
The Control or something.
Hell yeah.
That's Ross. What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I already said I don't know what the hell they. It's crazy.
Yep.
Let's go around the table.
Well,
if
the thing
you
is,
had
though,
a daughter,
people,
what is too far?
people still give this guy money though. It's like Chris Brown.
You
For
think you
sure.
got to think how many people are overprotective like he is though, and stupid.
But I'm saying, like,
Think of it. We know someone who's like that.
how far is too far?
What?
Like, if it's your daughter, that's
Not
what I'm
exactly
saying.
like that, but
How far is too far?
I would never do anything like that with a daughter that I would have.
And like protecting their innocence, so to speak. I think for me personally,
what age are we talking? Like, you got to have a talk.
Teens.
Or the wife has to have a talk.
Yeah, I think it's
because she'd probably be more comfortable with her mother.
Just show them all those Lifetime movies with like the bad boyfriends or whatever.
Oh God, it's like, listen to me. There's going to be a lot of people that want to stick things in you, just to make sure those things are covered.
Oh God,
and that's
inevitably gonna happen at some point.
That's why the wife does it, or the mother.
For sure.
Because I won't be able to, because I'm too immature and stupid.
Yeah, and it's like, I can tell you what happens in a guy's mind from a guy's perspective, but that's not what you need at that particular moment to know. And it's like, I think having the talk is kind of all that you can do. They have to decide if they're going to do the whole birth control thing. They have to decide if this, that, and a third. And you can definitely give them guidance, but like going to visits with them, like how honest is she going to be with her doctor if he's in the room? And there's probably, little schmeats out there that have been in there but didn't break the hymen. You know what I mean?
God. See, I would want my daughter to be safe, but I would never want to know anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, okay, I'm gonna wait in the parking lot or in the waiting room. You can go in, talk about what it. Don't tell me. Tell the doctor.
Until the first child is born, this has not happened before that, as far as I'm concerned, as a parent of a daughter. Just because that makes me comfortable.
Yep. If I need to know, then it's okay for me to know. But other than that, I don't want to know if little Billy's sticking it or something. Like,
yeah. No. Because then I'd have to, bleep that.
Well, I guess the main thing I would say is, like, if you don't want to know what your parents are doing, you shouldn't want to know what your kids are doing.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that. Very valid. But yeah, T.I.'s been canceled for a while, but he's extra canceled now.
Jeez.
Well, I mean,
what a fucking... Oh my god.
I mean, now he's hiring doctors to snitch on his daughter. Like, the
right?
guy's just like, that's in his DNA, dude.
That's like a Russian doll system of fuckery. It's just like you think you're down to the last level of fuckery, and there's like 2 more in there. No.
He's fucking so dumb. Oh my god.
I couldn't believe it when I was reading it. I was like, this is some tabloid shit. This is absolutely some tabloid shit. And then I kept seeing it. I'm like, oh, shit.
Ross, you want to talk about that article that you found about Eminem and Elton John?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, like, I think it's like, was it one of the memoir books or a biography? Mm-hmm. For Eminem, he has one that's titled Not Afraid or something like that. And apparently, it said he was taking, at the peak of his drug addiction, he was taking 30 Vicodin and 60 Valium a day. And when he, like, OD'd, apparently, he had the equivalent of, like, 4 bags of heroin in his system or something like that.
Jeez.
Because he was doing methadone, too, I think. Stuff like that.
He was doing it nuts amounts.
Yep. That seems, though, like...
I think there were stories of him where he said he was, like... He would just be, like, at a party and then just, like, passed out next to the toilet or whatever for like over a day or some shit. Like,
the thing is, though, having that much of that in your system, like,
well, he says his organs were shutting down, like his liver and kidneys and shit, because of like abusing drugs.
Yeah,
I believe that, but that's like a dark place that he's not really. He doesn't really hide in his music. You know what I mean? So does it surprise me? No, but is it like? Does it? What am I taken aback by it? Yes. That's a lot of shit to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Do the numbers seem a little embellished? Possibly.
Yeah.
But it's like, if it's half that, holy shit.
Yeah, even
if it's a quarter of that, holy shit.
Because what Charlie Sheen, he was like, I was banging 7 gram rocks.
Something about having tiger blood in them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, the amount of access that you have to these things with money is mind-boggling, and it's gonna make its way to you if that's what you're looking for. R.I.P. Mac Miller and shit like that. And some worse shit could make its way to
Yeah.
you because you have money and access to that type of shit. So
Absolutely. This is an old story, by the way. Like, we knew, like, Elton John and Eminem. They've been, they're...
Since, like, 2001, they performed together at the Grammys or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
'cause he
that,
was
like...
making all of those gay comments. And,
Yep. Elton John has done this with a couple celebrities. They're like... what do you call it? No, it's not Narcotics Anonymous or whatever. Is that what it is? Yeah, I worked in that, and I can't even remember. It's like Narcotics Anonymous or whatever, Alcohol Anonymous. You got your sober buddy, whatever they call those.
Yeah, it says Elton John had like 30 years of sobriety under his belt, pretty much, or something like that. So.
Yep. Eminem's been going strong for quite a while too, but they still occasionally call each other and shit. Apparently, according to Elton John and.
Oh, I'm sure.
good.
Yeah, and just, call and just to make sure, like, I'm thinking about it, and then they just talk or
Dude,
something.
you replace drugs with running, dude.
Yep.
Man, that's probably why he got...
Was
back
watching
to
8
Slim
Mile on
Shady.
my Nordic track.
That's why he's Slim Shady, dude.
shit.
He runs so fucking much that,
Fucking...
he went from, once he was off the drugs to stay slim, he'd have to start running, naturally.
Yeah.
Right. I did listen to the new Gangstar album today.
Okay.
The, what is it called? The Best One Yet, I think. If I
Was
remember
it?
correctly. No. One of the best yet. That album, it was good. It was just...
Was it feature heavy?
Oh, of course, because they didn't have full songs of Guru. It was like... He had a bunch of hooks.
Yeah.
And then he had, a couple, some bars and some, but not like... really full verses or anything. Everything was feature heavy. It was good to hear him again, but it's like I could have done without it, I guess.
Sure.
Because it's like you're just like bringing it back, but it's not what it was or could be, like that kind of thing. It's just like
You say that it had features, but was he the one who was featured?
oh, probably.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Probably,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's some, like, Snoop Dogg had a snippet. DMX had, like... DMX didn't even have... I don't think he had any bars or a hook, but he had the hype. And
he
like,
was-
the
he was
background
yelling?
of the track, yeah. Yeah, he would say something in, like, the back of the track, and I'm
Yeah.
like, is this verse coming up? And, like, I don't think
Never
it did.
happened.
Never.
And I'm like, oh, well, all right. Like, whatever. But that was exciting. I just heard DMX. I'm like, yeah. Like, Snoop Dogg said, like, one thing. Like, a bunch of rappers did in one of the songs. I'm like, all right. It was good. It was nice hearing it again. The beats are awesome. He's a DJ Premier, so he's really good.
Yeah.
And shit. So, yeah, I guess it's nice just to hear it again. But I could have done without, honestly. But
For sure.
it wasn't bad. It was just, not enough Guru. You want
It's
more Guru.
basically,
You
yeah,
didn't get
it's
enough
like,
Guru.
it's like people are like, do we need another Mad Villain album? It's like, probably not.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
But if it does happen, they said it's done, I think. If
A
I
lot of
remember
shit
correctly.
is done, but like just like J Electronica albums are done. Like I want to know about release dates.
Talib Kweli said New Black Star Mad Lib is done. They're just debating on like release schedule and date or whatever, like rollout essentially.
Man, I haven't heard Mos Def in so long because he has his traveling circus for his last album that he did or whatever.
I got him on the Ticketmaster heads up or whatever. Black Star and Mos Def. So if he does a concert in Minnesota, we should know about it. I'll go alone if I have to because I can't. I like Eminem. Like I can't like not go see people anymore that I want to see.
Yeah.
Like
Just for the off chance that like they aren't around anymore.
yeah, or die.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Yeah,
That's
for
what I mean.
sure.
It's like Pearl Jam. It's like Eddie Vedder's going at some point. Like he's the last one.
Yeah.
We need to see him. Like
Yeah. Pretty much.
like I saw Slipknot, so that's kind of cool. But they're still Disturbed.
Well,
And that was July, and I didn't go.
Yep.
Because I kept asking you, and you're like, oh, only if they play their old stuff. And I'm like, I don't have control over that. Where you go?
Well, I mean,
Well, the thing is,
Disturbed,
usually
like,
unless it's like a special occasion, they'll play like a few of their old songs, and then they'll play like newer stuff.
Disturbed peaked in
Well,
like
if
their
they're doing a
first-
new album, yeah, they'll do a lot of the new album.
Well, the thing about Disturbed is they peaked in their first 3 albums, musically.
Like when we saw Slipknot,
Oh,
we lucked
yeah.
out because we were like the first show of the whole tour, and they're like, we're gonna just play like
they opened it up
old
and they
shit.
played their old
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're like, yes.
And then, but then they played the new Psychosocial towards the end.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's like the only one I needed to hear.
Well, they need. Well, the thing
Ross
is,
didn't like that.
that it was the All Hope Is Gone tour. They're gonna have to play at least 1 or 2 songs off of
That-
the
They
album.
played
That-
2 or
yeah.
3. They played.
I
2 or 3.
didn't even like Slipknot at the time, but I went because Ross had an extra ticket or
Well,
whatever.
the thing
Yeah.
about new metal is that, like,
I do like them now, but I'm not like a huge fan of like the scream stuff.
hey, Corey Taylor's like probably the most versatile vocalist like around right now.
Right now, probably. Yeah.
He's got he's got
Easily.
chops.
He's got range for sure.
Yep. He could go from scream to deep to bass. Like scream, and then bass. Like that's it. Like there's no in between. But it's
fucking
2
cool.
mediums. But that Slipknot concert was probably the best concert I've seen.
And it's before they
Because-
started burning camel shit at the show. So
Yep. It's
that's
nuts.
there.
It's like watching Slipknot. They had their new
Hey,
masks and
Coheed
shit.
was pretty solid.
It was
too.
fucking
Yeah,
it's
what-
just a fucking circus.
They have
Fucking
like the
Coheed,
drum
dude.
thing like moves and shit.
Yeah, the drum kit
Oh.
lifted and then would rotate, and he was like
Yep. He's
stuck
like,
to it.
He's like on this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tiny guy.
That's sad. It's
And then a lot of the
Jo-
other shit, there were people
Jordison,
hanging
yeah,
from.
Joey
They had
Jordison.
platforms that like rose, and the one
Yep.
DJ guy, when he wouldn't be actually doing stuff, he'd like jump and hang on the platforms that rose and shit.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
he'd just be like trying to troll the other guys on stage.
And then they would fucking throw the garbage cans and fucking
Yep.
beat them
fucking
and shit
custom
for.
percussionists with like their fucking cricket bats beating on old beer kegs and shit.
Yep. That did happen.
Oh man.
Dude,
In
that's
Psychosocial, I think like even the music video, you see him beating on the fucking garbage cans and shit because that's what they do. They just
Oh yeah, dude.
do weird shit. I
fucking
guess.
super high energy. That's crazy. Cool.
It was nuts. Like I was even getting
I don't. I
hyped.
was
The
trying
mosh
to.
pits
You
forming.
couldn't count how
Ooh.
many fights like happened.
Yeah.
but, like,
Oh yeah,
You
the
can
mosh
see him in the
pits.
crowds, like not in the actual bottom part too.
Yep.
you could actually.
Well, we
see,
were
there was
we
like,
were
there was
up
like a
high.
spot like across the way where you could actually see like the smoke like rise.
Like marijuana being smoked.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
could we were up higher and like on the side. And
Is that
you
the
could
XL
see
Energy Center?
yeah, you can see the mosh pits forming and like the circles growing out as everybody's getting in there and stuff.
Wow.
And then you'd see
There
the
was at least-
occasional
there was at
girl
least
or
3
guy
big mosh
fall in
pits.
there.
There's like at least 3 separate like big mosh pits, I think.
Yeah, it made like a
Jeez.
Mickey Mouse, one big central one and then 2 smaller ones.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
That's
I enjoyed that concert a lot. I would go see him again
I enjoyed.
because they're probably cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Not compared to Bob Seger, who
They're
was
not
like
gonna
300
try to,
fucking
Most bands
bucks.
like
They're
that,
not gonna
you'll pay
try-
like
they're not-
$50 to $60, and you'll see like 3 or 4 bands. Which is
They're not
amazing.
gonna try to Jay-Z and Beyonce you where it's like $200 for.
But they'll
Damn.
do it at tax returns.
Yeah.
They'll do it at tax returns so they
People are like,
can.
yeah, you know, I just got my tax return. Why not $200? Right?
Yup,
It's like,
yup.
oh.
That's why they do it that during that time because they're crooks. They're exploitive crooks. So yeah, that's cool. Is there like while we're talking about this?
Okay.
There is a concert that me and Ross went to, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was this Avalanche tour.
Avalanche tour, yep.
Stone Sour headlined it.
What was
Right?
that one that you guys?
Yes.
You guys went
Yeah.
to. Who went to that one that had Avenged Sevenfold at it or whatever?
That was me.
That was I did. I wasn't at that one.
That was my Iowa experience, and that's why I hate Iowa.
Yeah. Slipknot's
Damn.
okay, but I will fucking
Worst
suck.
place I've ever fucking been.
They're like, yeah,
Bad.
because you got
Yes.
pulled over. That's why.
Well, no, before that, I'm like, this is the worst place I've ever seen. They got road signs on like wooden poles and stuff. I'm like, you can't afford a metal pole, like a pole, or what the hell is this shit?
They got to keep it rugged.
And then they're like road crews, you know how we have the people who clear snow and stuff? They must just not have that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is this?
Probably not in rural stuff.
I was
but
taking
roads to
I was
major
taking
cities.
the main highway that cuts across the whole state, and like it was just snow drifts the whole way. I was like, what is
Well,
this?
that's drifts. They can't clear it constantly.
They do here.
We do. I
was gonna say what?
No, they don't.
Well, Minnesota's a hell of a lot like better off than Iowa.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess it was disastrous.
They probably have a local guy named John that it takes his truck.
And I remember the temperature was like around 0, I think, the whole trip, so it was like awful.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
And you had your shit car then.
Yep.
Your white Cavalier or whatever.
Yep.
That sounds fucking terrible.
We were at the Avalanche tour, and I think I've told this story before, but during a set that was shit, it was the dude who held the stick cam up, or my bad girlfriend
stick.
or whatever.
Yep, that guy, yep.
What band is that?
God,
Theory of a Dead Man?
Yep,
Theory of a Dead Man.
That guy's fucking hair is the only, like...
I don't know if they were having an off day or something, but they sounded just like horse shit.
Well, I hate that fucking.
Because I saw somebody who like saw them like at a different concert while we were at like JCPenney or whatever. It was like a person who worked there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they sound awesome." I'm like, they sound like shit, and he's like, "What?
What? How so?" But during Theory of a Dead Man, Ross was like, "I'm gonna go buy a T-shirt," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not staying and listening to this, so I'll go with you."
Yep.
And then Ross is buying the T-shirt. It's empty, clear. It was like in the outside circle, like around it, and they had like the vendor.
Yep.
And then the Hailstorm band with that hot chick, as the lead singer or whatever, they're walking, and there's like a cop behind them or whatever, and they're just walking by, and I'm just sitting there, and I just like nod my head, and they nod, and they just walk by, and Ross was facing away.
Oh shit!
And he was buying his shirt, and he didn't know that Hailstorm just like walked past him.
I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, and after I was like, and like when they walked by, I'm like, and you know, Ross got his shirt. I'm like, you see that group?
That was the one where I
Hailstorm.
missed the meet and greet with fucking Stone Sour because we got there late.
What?
And I was pissed.
Oh,
Because they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll get there in time, everyone was saying, and then we didn't.
Oh,
It's Stone Sour thing.
No, at the Avalanche one, I had a meet and greet I had one.
Oh,
Yeah, because I ordered my ticket through, like, a thing or whatever.
did you
I
even
would've
tell
been
us that?
pissed.
Yeah.
Who
And they're all-
drove? Did I drive? Was that the day with that girl?
I don't know, they like...
Where I was
we
really
had-
mad.
We had to meet with other people because of an ex-girlfriend of mine. And, of course, we fucking got there late.
Oh,
so I missed
yup.
my meet and
That's
greet.
when I drove. Then.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about
And
that.
I was so fucking mad. And I was like, oh, well. I get there, and the guy's like, oh, you had a meet and greet, but that's over. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
That was when I had to go to work at midnight or something, I think, that night. So we went to the cities for a concert, and then it got done at 9 o'clock or something, or maybe even later than that. Mm-hmm. And I have to drive an hour back from the cities, hour and a half, whatever, and go to work at midnight. Mm-hmm. And then we get done with the concert, and apparently I didn't know that this girl that Ross brought with, she apparently had plans to meet up with friends or something.
Yep.
After. And I did not know anything about this plan. So she's like sitting here. She just like goes and makes these plans, whatever. She's talking to her friends, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go, and like, talking to her friends, blah blah. And I'm getting really upset. This is back when I was a lot angrier, and yeah, I got really mad, and I'm like, Ross, I'm going. Like, I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I gotta be to work at midnight.
Yep.
And Ross is kind of coming, like, kind of get her to follow along, and I'm like, I locked the doors, but only I locked like the back doors so she couldn't get in or whatever, but me and Ross could. And Ross was like, and I'm like telling Ross, I'm like, get in the fucking car. Like, we're leaving her here. I don't care. Get in the car. I was so fucking mad. And Ross was like, come on, no. And then eventually, of course, she was upset, and I was like, whatever, get in the car. We're going. I was super mad. I probably just shouldn't have gone to that concert because I had to work at midnight, but...
I mean, it wasn't a bad concert, but...
No, it was okay. There was Skillet, like...
fucking meet and greet.
Who else? Stone Sour, Skillet, Hailstorm, Theory of a
Dead Man.
Fuckboy.
And there was another one, too. There was, what was they called? Something... Oh, I don't remember what they're called.
Was it, like, is it well known?
It was like some... Yeah, I don't remember.
No. Didn't beat Bone Thugs, though. That concert was legit as fuck. But Slipknot was probably the best one I've seen. Just, like, performance-wise, like how fucking nuts they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen videos.
So,
Done things with things.
but regarding that, like, seeing that band walk by, this is when they were big. They were, like, Hailstorm was really big at the time because they had those, like, 2 breakout radio
Pretty
hits.
sure they're still big, actually, on rock radio.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. And she's so gorgeous and, like... everything, and I was like, so I think, okay, so get to the fucking question. What do you think is a celebrity that you would fucking just lose it for? Like, break down crying or just can't handle yourself, shit yourself, like anything like that.
Like
Jesus.
Alive.
To meet.
Oh,
Alive.
like Jesus.
Alive.
To meet.
Well, you were starting to sweat when you seen that guy from Rooster Teeth, so fucking...
That's true.
Yeah, I did get excited for that guy.
shit.
That's the first famous person I've ever seen. Like,
Really? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And it was YouTube famous, so I got my bar set low.
Right.
Like, yeah.
God,
But,
it's hard.
I think the first famous person I saw and met was Florence Joyner.
Who's that?
Gold medalist.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I met Brock Lesnar.
Did you
That's
really?
what We did meet Brock back
I
in
met
the day.
Cisco on
Where?
a flight from Hawaii.
What?
Did you met him? Talk to him?
Yeah, like he was on the same flight as us, and I'm like, Dad, I think that's
So-
Cisco.
And
So,
then your dad
now-
shouted,
now-
"Yo, that's Cisco!"
So the question is, though, did you let him see that thong?
Oh god, I got something in my suitcase just for you. So how'd that go? Was Cisco nice?
Yeah, man, he was super cool about it. And then, like, what's crazy is like the other people on the plane who obviously didn't know shit about Drew Hill. They was like, "Oh my god, it's the guy from the Pepsi commercial." And I'm like, "This is fucking Cisco, Enter the Dragon Cisco." Like, what are you
Enter the Dragon Cisco. Oh my god.
like crazy? But
How was it meeting that sociopath Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar?
shit.
Well, we met him
Where?
at it was like a wrestling camp thing because we were in wrestling in school or whatever.
Oh god, that would have been a long fucking
yeah,
time
it
ago.
was like early 2000s.
But no,
maybe at the
seeing
most.
the guy, like... Because he was there, like, he got a dinner provided, right? Like,
Oh,
and it was like an all-you-can-eat, like, fucking...
I gotta
like,
tell you what, we had a normal menu. He got his own menu, of course, because he's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Oh god.
That's
He
how
had
you get him there.
Yeah.
2 humongous steaks on his thing, and he had 4 glasses of milk. Like, big glasses of milk.
Jeez.
Like a
And he had-
gallon.
and of course, he had other stuff, too, but I was just like, what the fuck?
And it's like, did he go 4 seconds?
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You
but
know
Oh my
damn
God.
well.
I saw like 4 big glasses of milk, and I'm just like, what the hell?
Dude,
fucking
he's
Was
Was
got
he
a-
steak
even? Was he
and
really
sugar
famous
milk.
at that time?
That was...
He was famous before the WWE if you actually followed, like, collegiate sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to
he
say.
was like a state or a national champion at wrestling in
Oh,
college.
okay. But this was before he was in WWE.
He was trying out for the Vikings at the time we saw him, I think.
to be like a running back.
No, running back. He was trying out for defensive lineman.
Yeah, that one.
That's
That
why he
one.
was bulking up.
Yeah.
Fucking that guy. How tall is that guy? Like,
He is pretty
6
tall. I can
something.
look it up.
We got
for
the
you,
internet. Do
just
it. Look
look
it up.
fucking crazy. Like, I saw him on this.
He's just broad.
What
I'm
is
pretty
it, mixed
sure.
That dude's
martial arts
neck.
thing.
I
The
had his
dude's
autograph.
top of his neck
but-
connects to the end of his shoulder.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
that shit is. It's just nasty.
He's
how big
6'3", 286. He is.
He could never be. That man could never be knocked out. His neck muscles are
Well,
must
they
be
said that
fucking
about Kimbo
right.
Slice, too, but guess what fucking
Well,
happened?
Kimbo Slice doesn't have a neck
Unknockable.
of a fucking oak tree like
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar. That's saying when you got that much neck, because that's what.
But hear me out, though.
Neck strengthening
Hear
is
me
what
out,
gets you
though.
not
Hear me out,
knocked
though.
out.
Yeah.
Kimbo Slice has that much beard to cushion his head.
Yeah, but Brock
He's still
Lesnar
got
can't even
baby
turn
face
his
Brock
head
Lesnar.
like 45 degrees.
Right.
It's like just like 2 degrees.
should be illegal. For him to just, like,
he
turn
could
his
barely
skull
shake
up
no.
about it.
Like that's it. Like that's how far he could turn.
Fucking ridiculous.
But who, like anybody that you haven't met,
Anybody I haven't met?
that you haven't met,
Who would I want to meet?
no, that you think you would lose it for, like you would not be able to contain
I'll
yourself.
let you guys go first.
You
'cause I
might
don't
shit
think about
yourself, wet your pants. I mean, even jizz 'em, I guess. Like, whatever.
Who did you say your person was? Or
I
you
didn't
No
say
one
yet.
did.
it. I'm trying to think if
No
there's
one
anyone
did.
alive.
I
who
don't
would do
even
that
know
for
if
me.
I would-
Yeah,
Really?
I don't know.
I don't really buy into the whole celebrity thing because at the end of the day, they eat, they shit, they sleep, you know?
Well, I understand, but there's like,
I have more of like a what's that called? Like I'm curious about like them and their life and stuff like that.
If
but I don't
anything,
That's why.
If
like, I don't
people
get like
them.
I don't get like oh.
if
Right.
anything,
Yeah,
it
you
wouldn't
would. There's
pick up.
someone.
Like when Brock Lesnar was there, I'm like, well, let's look at this guy. I looked at how big he was, and then I looked at like everything he did.
It's Brock Lesnar. He
If
wasn't
anything-
WWE Brock Lesnar at the time.
I can't remember if
He
he was
wasn't a
doing
fucking
wrestling yet or not.
superstar.
The thing
If
is,
anything, it'd probably be more like resentment. Almost.
Sadly, he was probably
Jesus
he was probably
Christ.
in better shape before that. Sadly,
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's you. You probably
But
want me
we
to.
saw
You
when we
probably
saw
want me
him.
to kiss your ass, huh? No.
Oh my God.
So I have like a handful of favorite humans, and I don't think any of them like I'd go apeshit over. Like obviously Marshawn Lynch,
Bernie Sanders, right?
super great. Bernie Sanders.
What if you like went to eat with him and like got to talk with him and shit?
That would be more of a dope thing, but like just seeing. I saw Chong from Cheech and Chong when I was in LA last time. But there's like just a handful of my favorite humans from Hollywood, and I don't think I'd go apeshit if I saw them, but it'd be a really dope day.
Right.
Definitely, Ye does not make the list. Surprise, surprise, everybody.
he's
Jay-Z
canceled.
does not make the list. T.I.
Well,
does
you've
not
already
make
seen
the
Hov.
list.
Like, you've already seen Jay-Z from a distance, so if you get in closer, I don't know if it's really
It's
gonna.
like, oh shit!
Dude, I think-
Pharrell Williams. He's one of my favorite humans as well.
Okay. I think Keanu Reeves would be
Oh
one for me.
shit! Yeah, I didn't even.
Hugh
think
Jackman,
about that.
maybe. Just because
Hugh
Wolverine is such a big part of my life.
Oh, God.
Who else?
Freaking Christopher Lambert or whatever.
Oh, that would be
shit.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yep.
What is he doing?
I
Like,
have no clue what he does
Chilling.
anymore.
I wonder if he even acts anymore.
So, Bryce, if you saw The Rock, would you be excited or would you have a fear boner?
No, I
That
don't
guy is
care.
fucking
For,
huge.
I don't care for The Rock. Because I was team Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's the bottom
Triple
line.
H.
Bones Cold.
Triple H?
please,
No, I'm-
Austin.
No, man.
Triple H is
The
the
Heartbreak
Triple
Kid
H
is-
fans are the ones who fucking choose Bulbasaur in the Pokemon starter. Fuck you.
No, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, is
Shawn
like
Michaels,
shit.
yeah.
giving
Shawn
people that
Michaels?
sweet chin music, dude.
Yeah.
Sting was my guy.
Sting.
Yeah?
So
Yeah.
if you met Sting, would you like if you could go back to when Sting was in his prime
And I was.
and you
that
were yeah,
age.
Which is the one that died?
Probably.
Well, I was a
Apeshit.
WCW guy
Yeah.
anyway.
Which
so.
which one died? From falling from the rafters back in the day. Was that
Oh, that was Bret
Bret the
Hart's
Hit.
brother.
Owen Hart?
Owen Hart? Okay.
Or cousin
Owen
or brother,
fucking
or
Hart.
frick they were.
Yeah.
Wait, the one that you said is the one that one guy is stepbrothers to or whatever? That one boss that I had?
Oh yeah.
Bret the Hitman Hart?
Okay,
Oh,
Bret the Hitman
shit.
Hart.
Or no, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, the
fucking
Heartbreak Kid,
Michaels.
Yeah, I think
used to-
that's the guy. I talked about it before on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even remember.
It'd be one of them. We
Yeah,
could just look
I
back.
think it's Shawn Michaels.
It could be.
Yeah.
The
The
one that had
Heartbreak
me
Kid,
fucked
dude.
up was
He told
Kevin
us stories
Nash.
about Shawn Michaels.
Kevin Nash
Like-
is fucking... He's
He's
a
a
big
big guy.
Was it?
He is, but I was like, oh shit, Kevin Nash, he can't be the same dickhead that he is in wrestling. Then I saw him with that fucking MAGA hat on, and I'm like, he's
Oh god, yeah. Oh god.
he's a
Dude,
fucking dickhead.
I don't think I would even be excited to see Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I would be excited to see Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I don't think I would be.
I don't know if
It's
there's
like
any
a-
wrestler
it's
I'd
been
be
so
excited to
long.
It's like
see.
a
Yeah, it's been
nostalgia
so
thing.
long.
What
though.
about
It's like,
John
holy
Cena?
shit.
Well, you wouldn't see him anyway.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be excited about John Cena.
What about
John-
Diamond
I've
Dallas
heard
Page?
that nowadays John Cena has long hair or some
Yep.
shit, and people are getting freaked out by it.
Shit.
That's awesome. Because he's probably doing like some fucking Conan the Barbarian remake.
Bryce, what about
shit.
Diamond Dallas Page though?
Oh, shit, fucking DDP.
That's fucking sweet.
I don't
I mean, what
know,
about
probably
Raven?
not.
Raven was pretty cool.
Oh, God.
Raven was.
Oh my god.
WCW.
Well, I mean, who else? Who else for celebrities? Probably Eminem or something.
Oh yeah.
Most Def.
Most deaf.
Yeah,
I
Doom.
found
I'd be scared to meet Doom probably.
Well, you would never.
He would
know.
probably-
You'd never know if it was him. Anyway.
Doom
right?
would want to meet me. Like
Yeah.
he seems so weird. I think he would want to meet me.
Like,
I
are,
think-
are you
I
the
can't
real
wrap my-
MF Doom?
Like, I can't wrap my
Right.
mind around a conversation with Doom. Like,
Yeah.
how would that go?
I don't know. He's old. He's
Like,
old now.
What's
He's
that
like
famous Japanese actor dude?
Ken Watanabe?
The Takeshi guy or whatever?
Takeshi?
The guy who's never mind. I don't know what the heck his name is, but
He's the guy that played. I don't know. I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about, but it's hard to remember his roles because they're all supporting.
yeah, it's probably
Oh,
true.
shit.
47 Ronin. He was one of them.
Sure.
He was one of the 47 Ronin.
But
That great Keanu Reeves movie.
Keanu would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, he
Oh,
would probably be cool
you know
to
what
talk
would've
to
been
too.
great?
Yeah.
Friggin' Gary Busey before he went crazy.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Why
Yeah.
would he'd probably be pretty boring before you.
I'm sure he did a lot of cocaine stuff.
Ass.
What if you meet Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Pumping Iron days, dude?
Nah.
Arnold
The
Schwarzenegger would be
pumping
kind of cool, I guess.
He's like BFFs with Greta, whatever her name is now. The like climate change little girl.
Oh, good.
In it. Okay.
Good.
I always forget her last name.
How long have we been
Thurnberg or
going?
something
41?
like that.
Yeah.
So, you guys remember BlizzCon happened?
Oh yeah, dude.
That was last week. WoW, they announced a new expansion that we didn't talk about at Shadowlands.
Yep.
They're doing a level crunch.
Yep.
I did not know that until someone told me at work. Which means, like, you can level 0 to 120 right now, but now they're crunching it all,
And
so
what-
you can only go 1 to 60 again.
And what it sounds like is if you do the whole expansion that you choose, you go from 1 to 60, and then you go on to the Shadowlands. But then
Everybody's getting crushed.
thought-
Everybody's getting crushed to 50.
50, yeah.
Oh shit.
Because the last 10
There's
you
10
got to do
levels,
the
yep.
new expansion.
Yep.
okay,
But they also are implementing a new thing. It's now you can choose which expansion you want to level in from
1
that
through
1
50.
that 50.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So you
I
can
had
be
just
a gnome,
extra
but
10
I want to
levels.
do Pandaria.
Yeah, yep.
Well,
So I
obviously.
can go to so I can go to Pandaria and do that.
And the
magnificent
pandas can be Death Knights
expansion.
now, so...
Well, why wouldn't
Can
you
they?
just
That's
why wouldn't
funny.
you just pick the worst and just level through WoD?
Oh my god! Yeah, it would be empty. I guess I could do a PvP server and just run through it. But I thought that was really exciting because that makes like leveling like not as much of a chore anymore. Depends on how slow they
'Cause they-
fucking make it. But
They even said, like, it would be quicker leveling or something, and that's cool.
They want people to get to the end game.
Yeah.
good
So that
because
they can start buying them microtransactions, those fucking shop mounts and stuff, dude.
oh yeah, but because I think WoW Classic got them a lot of subscribers, but I think they dropped off
I'm
like
pretty sure
quick
they
after
said that even Diablo 4 is going to have cosmetics you can buy.
Yeah, I'm
an
excited
in-game
about that.
shop.
Because they're gonna do cool shit. They're like, oh, this one looks like Tel Rasha's set. I'm like,
The original Tal Rush is set from D2.
You
that
want
fucking that
Saigons or
was so ugly.
Saigons? What?
The Tal
The
Rush,
purple armor?
the Tal Rush's helmet, like on a
Oh,
fucking
the gold
sorceress,
face with
on
the
a
horns,
sorceress,
yep.
it's like. And it's
It
just-
does seem the face seems out of place. It's like purple plate mail, but then the face is like a golden mask with like 2 white horns. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's such a good game.
the Immortal Kings,
I'm
dude.
still sticking with it. But I looked more into Diablo 4, so I'm going to reserve because I was going to start collecting for Diablo 4 immediately because I was on the hype train. But now they're saying that the demo had the Diablo 3 loot system, which is awful, and it sounds like they may stick to the Diablo 3 loot system, but just add like, legendaries matter more, but it's still going to be like they're going to drop everything for you. It's going to be personal loot, and it's going to be like class specific shit probably.
Wow.
And I'm not even going to play it then. Because
I guess-
that's the worst part of Diablo 3.
I guess we'll see if they have, like, people beta test it and
Yeah.
tell them they're stupid.
But I also did find out that they are actively having meetings with Diablo 2 streamers
yeah, I see.
to ask how they can improve the game.
There you go.
And they're and they said they're actively talking to the developers, steering some things and giving their opinions on like doing this or doing that or whatever. It's like, and they know what the best loot system in any game is. Diablo 2, baby. What blows my mind is like,
Yep, and then you get everything, and you got a ton of stuff to drop, and it's, Tancred's Crowbill, and you just want to fucking kill yourself.
but that's fine. It's fine because it's not. You're not supposed to get those really good items. That was part of the replayability of Diablo 2.
You're not supposed to be able to get 2 Alibabas so you can do your Horker Barb.
Yeah, but then they had a trading economy, so it's like you can't do class specific shit because there's a trading economy. There's got to be the global loot table is what I'm saying. And then because the trade economy, you'll be able to get the shit that's not dropping fast because that's just how an economy works. It's supply and demand.
If they actually lock loot to class specific stuff,
Yep.
it's just gonna end up like it'll be Diablo 3 again. But if they just have it
Ooh,
wearable
yeah,
by everybody, and they just give unique bonuses, like let's say Like gives plus to your skills or plus.
I got this.
Wow.
I bought, because I was going to start collecting Diablo 4 stuff. So I bought the BlizzCon. There was only 2,500 made. Limited edition Lilith pins.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you how much I paid for this.
Oh shit.
And
Oh jeez.
it was $45.
Wow.
That was
And
less than I expected.
There's
Actually.
2,500 of them in total, though.
There's 2,500 of them. And if this is the last thing I'm collecting until I know all the details of Diablo 4, because I don't want to get burned and have a fucking Diablo 4 collection and not even play the game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep this Lilith pin and just wait it out and see where it goes from there. Let me check eBay though, because people go nuts for shit from BlizzCon, and I got it like the day after. So maybe
So you're
maybe
worried
they're $100 now.
that it'll be more like D3 than D2 is what you're worried about. Okay, boomer. I'm kidding.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. So they're still going for like $45.
Okay.
Yeah, wait a like a year and a half.
Or $40 with shipping, yeah, like $45, yeah. So I'll wait a decade, see what that turns into.
Hey, if the
It's a
game's really
fucking-
good,
Yeah, I'm gonna collect. If the game's good, I'll get it for every system and not open them. Probably,
well,
and
hey,
just like
think though, next year when
big
the
box PC
PS5,
limited
next year when the
edition.
PS5 and the Xbox Scarlet come out, you're gonna have to get Skyrim on each of them again, because they're gonna fucking do it.
I'm not gonna get those consoles though.
They're gonna fucking do it though. You're gonna get Skyrim again.
I might. I might consider a PS5 because they will have backwards compatibility, and I like their exclusives. And that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going for. But my Diablo collection, by the way, that no one wants to know about, it's pretty much almost done. I'm missing the 3 Series 1 action figures. I got the 3 Series 2, and those are expensive. But otherwise, I got everything else from, like, basic stuff. I got, all the games, the big box PC games and shit. And except for Hellfire, the Diablo expansion, I'm not getting that because that was made by Sierra and not Blizzard North, and it's not that great, so I'm not getting it. But yeah, I'm close to being done, so that's cool. Death Stranding came out, and people are talking it up.
I've seen streamers are playing it, but I haven't really watched any gameplay.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I heard it's a slow burn though.
Yeah, it's people said enjoy walking or whatever because it's like
It's something that actually tells a story instead
Yeah,
of
I
just
think it's-
fucking throwing action at you. What?
I think it's more of a narrative take. This is the video game with Norman Reedus, the guy from The Walking Dead that they've been talking about for a long
They
time.
were originally
from
supposed to make a
Hideo
movie too,
Kojima.
weren't
Yeah,
they?
did you hear? He said he says eventually he'll probably end up making movies. Is what he said, Kojima. So
Well, because he wants to.
yeah, well,
He made like a 2-hour something cinematic in Metal Gear Solid, whatever
Well,
the fuck that was.
Death Stranding was originally going to be a movie, wasn't it, with Norman Reedus
I
in
think so actually, but I'm not 100%.
it? Or there was going to be a game and a movie, or it was just going to be a
Something.
movie?
Well, that's
and
going to
they
be
made a
cool
game
because Norman Reedus could play the character in the fucking movie. Because it is that, because he is him. And the character is him. So that's
Yep.
cool. I'm excited to play it, but again, it's going to be on the PS4 and other shit. It's not coming to PC until next year.
Red Dead 2 came out on a
But Last of Us 2 I got to play.
PC.
Because that trailer fucking blew me away.
I've never even.
I've never even played Last of Us 1.
Then why would a trailer blow you away for that?
Because it looks so fucking good, and
Like I know when I looked at the first one, I didn't think it looked like a good game, so that's why I
Would a
always never
trailer
understood
for
why people
Halo
were
2
so into it.
Remastered blow you away?
Halo 2 Remaster, probably. Breaking Benjamin, is that the joke you're making?
Yes, yes.
Throw me away!
No, but like, what do you call it? Red Dead 2 came out on PC, so the streamers are all playing that now too.
I heard it, like, it's really buggy.
Yep.
But that's, like, normal Rockstar shit anyway.
Pretty much.
They don't beta test. They let the players beta test because they know the players will still fucking buy it.
Yep.
Are they
No matter
taking
what. I have no
out of
desire to
Bethesda's
play that
book?
game.
Like,
Not gonna lie, no desire whatsoever. It's like a watered down GTA.
what about the Outer
like,
Worlds though, dude?
I want to play it, but it's Epic. I'm still banned. I'm still Epic banning.
I guess you can. Can't you buy it through Microsoft though?
The Microsoft shop,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like
You can buy it through the Windows Store.
Yeah.
Kind of like where Sea of Thieves is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's...
Fuck the Windows Store.
Then you can play it on console or computer.
Nah. Then there's no reason to get the console.
Well, the thing is, you can just
pay
pay $15 for the Windows Game Pass for 1 month and play it for a month and then just stop buying the Game Pass.
It's true.
Problem solved.
Holy shit. Yeah, that would be
You could probably do like 8 playthroughs in that 1 month too.
Oh shit, do you think the game's not that long?
It's supposed to be 20 to 30 hours, but all the choices you make actually have like
Someone
consequences
said if you actually
to the
collect-
storyline.
If you actually want to collect stuff and stuff,
I know
it'd be
a
like
guy-
50 hours.
I know a guy who the game's been out for 2 weeks and he's already on halfway through his 3rd playthrough of it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it must warrant like replayability.
Oh yeah. Like I said, you get a choice of which faction you're gonna join. You get a choice
Like
of
New
which
Vegas and shit.
which people you're gonna have as your allies, which ones
Yep.
you're gonna help, which
Yep.
ones you're not gonna
Yep.
help, and it all has an impact.
As soon
on
as
the
I saw you
story.
could have multiple like ally guys coming following you around, I was like,
That sounds awful.
and they all know the allies guys also have their own talents and they level up, I think, and you can give them gear and different like weapons.
Sounds awful. Sorry. Vegas did that. Bethesda does that with Skyrim.
I was gonna say
Followers
Diablo
just
2
get
had
away.
followers too.
What
but
they
okay.
describe-
They had
This as-
mercenaries. Okay.
No.
Same
Hear me
thing.
out though. Hear me
No.
out though.
They didn't follow. They led.
Well,
Okay.
Boone did, yeah, because Boone was a fucking god.
Yeah, Boone. Yeah, he was.
No, but what they describe it as is the game that all these Fallout games that were made by Bethesda should have been.
Yeah.
I can agree that because Fallout Vegas is my favorite Fallout game.
Oh yeah.
And Bethesda
Even though
didn't
Bethesda
even
tried to ruin it as much as possible.
Bethesda never let them develop another Fallout game after
Well, they
that
never let them
because
actually. They had the whole game wouldn't fit on a disc, so they had to cut out a bunch of shit.
Mhm.
So
Fallout New Vegas.
yeah, Bethesda ruined the game pretty much,
Yeah.
and it still was the best game.
Yeah. Well, they had all the expansions too, like a bunch of them.
Well, yeah, you can't have the whole game fit on a disc, and how are you going to sell DLC if the game's complete?
Right.
Even though we never got to see any of this stuff for like Fallout New Vegas,
Bethesda
pretty much.
didn't even make the original Fallout games.
Yeah,
That was someone else completely.
was that Black Isle?
I think so. I'm
I could be
googling it
wrong.
right now.
I think Obsidian was created by people who used to work at Black Isle.
Could be.
wasn't
Could be.
It was created by Interplay Entertainment.
Oh,
it?
okay.
Go.
But
I finally saw screenshots of like. Oh wait, that was a Fallout. That was the first Elder Scrolls games, and I laughed my ass off because I never played
Arena
anything.
and Dagger.
Black
I never
Isle.
played those. Yeah,
Black Isle did
Black Isle. Yep.
yeah. Games, Fallout 2, yeah. Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 2, it's just so good.
Just so good.
Those games are so fucking good. Those games are so good. I got the 2 fucking Baldur's Gate books down there. Like,
Yep. Oh,
if
yeah.
I really like a game, I get the book and like I read the book,
That's awesome.
and then it just because it's just like an expanded story
Yep.
or standalone stories in that universe that like remind you of the game more and you appreciate that shit.
Oh yeah.
And I do. Outer Worlds, I think, is getting good reviews. I'm sure Death Stranding is getting good reviews. So check those out if you're interested in playing those games.
Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah.
Bryce sees what's
We
next
don't
on the
have
list, you know what I
YouTube
mean?
money yet. Otherwise, we would be fucking buying these games, testing them, and then doing videos on them telling you exactly how good they
Maybe
are.
we should get that Apple TV money, Bryce.
No. No. So we went and saw the Terminator Dark Fate
Yep.
last week. They had a fucking Apple TV trailer as one of the movie trailers.
For one of like the
a
shows.
show.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
this is sacred shit. And they're fucking shitting on it.
It's all like he can see. We got to protect him from the other people that can't see because they'll try to.
Yeah,
get
it's some weird thing where there's these like tribal type people, like
But everybody's blind.
and everyone's blind. But then these kids are born and can see, and there's these ones that want them, and they have to protect them and shit.
So they like fight blind and shit or
Yeah,
some shit.
they like know how to fight blind and shit. And it looks like landslides and shit. It looked like in different things.
Wow.
It looked fucking
dumb.
amazing and dumb.
It made
It's,
it
yeah.
What had Jason Momoa in it, didn't it?
Yeah, which I'm
And
okay
just
with
like-
Jason
I'm
Momoa.
like, what the hell?
But I'm like,
Holy crap.
Is
Any-
it worth the
anything-
cost of your soul going to Apple though?
any movie or show where Jason Momoa fights while crouched is a show or movie worth watching, and that's what we saw in that trailer.
Yep.
Was him crouched and ready to go.
And it's just called C or something like that, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna see
Yep,
it.
and he's gonna try to 1v1 some dude and like drop his knives or whatever, and then the dude's just gonna
Yeah.
slice his.
And the guy's gonna hear the
Nipple off,
vibrations
and
and
he's gonna
jab to both sides, and he's like,
Yeah. Oh wait, I laughed. Sound gets him. But no, I was like, okay, this kind of looks weird, but I'm digging it.
I guess I don't
and
know
then, boom, Apple TV payers and something.
I just
I'm
want to
like,
know how they know the kids see. I want to know this because they were like babies. It
well,
looked like.
they beat the children when they're born. And then when the child dodges, they're like, oh, he can see it coming.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they just get the heads there, and they're like,
The worst thing.
If they move out of the way, then they can see.
I don't even.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds fucking terrible.
It's like, the Prime 4
shit.
podcast does not condone this kind of action.
yeah.
Disclaimer below.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're right. How else would they know unless they're trying to kill these children? Like, I don't know.
I can hear this, one can see.
Exactly. It's like, what the fuck? Or like the kids were clearly babies too.
Yeah, they weren't very big.
Yeah, they were like babies. It's like the kids can't talk and be like, "What's that blue thing over there?"
Right?
There wouldn't be a word for it.
Yeah,
Right, that's what I mean, yeah.
yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
They might as well have had everyone just be deaf and be like, they can hear.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my god. So what do you think about these subscription services now taking over the beloved trailers of our movies, our
I know,
beloved
right?
movies?
Well, considering that my household pre-ordered the Disney streaming services.
Didn't that start up already, or is it close to?
It's close to.
I thought it was supposed to be out already, but I guess I
Yeah,
could be
no.
wrong. Maybe they pushed it back.
No, that's Google Stadia.
Pre-ordered
Shut
that
up.
shit.
Right? Did you get your Stadia?
No.
No, not yet.
My oldest was like, "Oh, did you see this, Dad?" Yeah.
What, the Stadia or the...
Yeah.
It's
we
like,
were
yeah,
talking
you're not getting it.
Right.
You're not getting it until I see it work.
Right?
Yeah, right. Wait till we review it. And
Right.
by not buying it, we just read articles
Yep.
and tell people about it because we can't afford that shit because we don't make money.
How
doing
much
it.
is that?
125, I think.
Oh, that's cheapsies.
Well, then there's but then you pay a subscription,
Yeah.
and then you got to buy probably like whatever fucking stick that you got to stick in your TV or something.
Well, that comes with the
Chromecast.
pack
comes
that you
with
buy.
Oh, it comes with the pack, but then you got to pay like $15 a month, and then.
Because it goes through like a Chromecast or something.
And I wonder if they have it where you can like their subscription service if it's easy to like cancel, resubscribe, like on and off shit.
I mean, no, at least...
Or it's like year subscription, like you got to sign up for like a year.
See,
Like,
I was
shit
going
like
to say,
that.
I wonder if they have you send the shit back if you like cancel, but I don't think they probably do.
No, you pay for it, right?
Yeah,
They're with
Oh,
125.
Hey, shit, like the dish companies are like, we need everything back, even the dish.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
yeah,
like- it's
for
like-
Even
sure.
though over the course of 10 years you have literally given us $20,000,
For
we
this,
need this
yeah.
box back that we're going to throw away.
Right?
Yep, because it's old and like you got newer shit.
Yeah,
that you
and
never gave me
we'll
any-
send you a return shipping box with the
You
return.
pretty much
label.
have to threaten
Yeah.
to leave for them to send you a new box,
For sure.
usually, which is funny.
Really?
Yep.
We just left, and they're just like they still call and they still try to fucking get us to get satellite again.
Oh, don't get me started on. Can I say the name of the company?
Oh yeah.
sure,
Dish
Dish
Network?
Yeah.
Oh, they tried.
funny
To,
is
they
they
tried to take
originally-
advantage of my dad, who's
they originally
like
were-
70 years old, and try to make him not cancel them.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It was ridiculous.
Think of it as debt collectors, but as loss prevention.
Yep, loss prevention.
I literally had to say, what part of no don't you understand? We don't want your service. We have the other service coming to hook up in 3 days. Stop the service. I literally was all like, they're like, oh, we found you got a bunch of, what's it called?
unused credit.
No, you guys have a huge account credit. That'll make your bill only this much. And I'm like, oh, so when I want to leave, all of a sudden I have an account credit? She's like, oh, it's been on the website. And I'm like, I've been on the website. It's not on there. And she's like, it was there. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Like, that's when you log into the website and be like, hey, point it out.
It probably wasn't there. Or if it was, she probably just turned it on.
Yeah. Oh, it was there. It's like, no, it's not.
Oh, you won't be able to find the channels because the numbers will change. You really want that? She's like talking to my dad and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because they prey on old people with shit like that. There's going to be a date of birth
and an age on the accounts, so they're going to be like, oh
my God.
Yeah, they see it's an old person and they're like, it's going to be difficult for you to work with new technology. Are you sure you want that?
And then it got to the point where I took the phone and was talking to her, and then she was just talking. I was like, no. And then she just started again. I'm like, no. And then she started talking again. I'm like, disconnect it now. And then she just kept talking. I'm like, what part of no don't you understand? I'm all like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the frick? I'm like, I've never seen just the.
That's when you show. That's when you look at the caller ID. It's like, where are you? Idaho, I'm coming, and then you click. I
think I even said like stop harassing us with like not letting us like cancel like your freaking shit.
Yeah.
And then you record
there was that one dude that Bryce got for Sprint from that was from India, I'm pretty sure.
Was that the dude I threatened to fight?
It could be.
What did I say? I probably
said a box.
This was well, I had Sprint unlimited data, and in my contract, I was in like the freelance territory where I was just like I wasn't under contract, but I'm still paying monthly. But they always want you on the contract.
Yeah.
And I had unlimited data, and then after a while, like I'm getting throttled, my internet's shutting off, and I call. I'm like, what's going on here? And the guy's like, oh, it's like, he's like, oh, it looks like your plan was downgraded, and it looks like you downgraded your plan. And I'm like, no. I'm like, what? Okay, what's the date and time of the call? And he's like, I don't know. It says here, and I'm like, I never did that. And then they're just trying to tell me that I called and told them, give me worse service for the same price that I'm paying. That's literally what it is.
Yep.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, I see here you're not under contract. And I'm like, give me back my service for the same price. And then I think the call continued on because it was bad. And then I was eventually at their house. Yep. And he's still going off. He's like, yeah, I could restart it, but you got to pay this much more a month. And I'm like, so you downgraded me to a worse service, made me pay the same amount because the cost of the unlimited data went up, and you couldn't charge me more unless I had to sign back onto that plan and pay more.
Didn't go up for them at all. They're still getting their data at like 3 cents a gigabyte or some shit. It's just that...
Yeah, I just have to pay more because of the price hikes or whatever.
No, it's because they can't... Sprint couldn't turn a profit to save their life. Now they have to get absorbed by T-Mobile.
Yep. Did you see the shady shit that the companies do now, where they have you do leases or whatever? There's
on phones.
It used to be you just have a payment plan until the phone was paid and then you were done.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's leases to where it's an 18-month lease, usually something like that.
You don't even own your fucking phone.
And then after 18 months, you either buy the phone by paying a price, which you could either pay at once or like over 6 months, so like split up, or you can get a different phone, like lease a different phone. Or if you don't tell them what you want,
and get your old.
If you don't tell them what you want, they will keep charging you whatever you were paying per month for it until you decide.
Yep.
And they don't tell you when it's coming up.
Yep.
Holy shit.
They don't tell you when you have an upgrade.
Yep.
Because that's when your contract's done. And then you go over it, and then you were paying monthly for the phone.
You figure out eventually I paid like $1,000 more than the phone's worth, and you're like, and you're like, seriously?
I would have taken them to small claims court.
Now they have it written in their shit that's how it works. So now you're just fucked if you forget.
Yeah,
It used to be they got sued, and now they changed it, so now it's part of the shit. It says you have 3 options. It says.
Yeah, it's Crook City, dude. It's like it's all about exploiting for that profit, dude.
You'd think that you'd know that after they were like telecom's been charging people all these fees to upgrade their equipment, and they just cashed it out as profits. Mm-hmm. Like that, something was wrong.
It really does. It blows my fucking mind, like the shit that they can get away with.
Did you hear they approved the T-Mobile Sprint merger?
They approved it?
Yeah. So
I don't
eventually they're going to be
and then
like
there
one
were
company.
3. And then there were
I have
prices
Sprint
for
right
everybody.
now.
Damn it! I gotta go to Verizon now.
Yeah. Well, it's
terrible.
like
I
it's
hate
stupid
Sprint with
because they
passion.
know they know
They're
you don't
trying
have
to-
an option.
A lot of people are trying to act like T-Mobile is going to be the one that's running things like after the merger, and I'm like, really?
I wouldn't be surprised T-Mobile's the one that's actually able to turn a profit.
A lot of people said T-Mobile was on like a
T-Mobile-
lower band to where they like don't have as good a reception inside of like buildings and stuff.
Well, the thing is, that's why they're trying to acquire Sprint is to
Yeah.
have all that
Yeah.
extra bandwidth that Sprint has
Yeah.
for 5G.
It's,
gotta go to-
so I lease
Don't you
my
ever
phone.
say you're gonna go to
What?
Verizon?
What?
They're the worst company ever. Fuck
Really?
them.
With Verizon, what you're gonna
They're
do
all like,
is
they
you're
want
gonna
to charge
pay
my
30
family
or
$400 for a phone plan. I go and pay half or less when I go to Sprint. So I'm all like, okay.
Well, I mean, Sprint is crooks.
They're all crooks. They're all
I get
bad.
it.
Remember when Verizon got rid of Unlimited and other companies still had it, and they were like, "Oh, Unlimited doesn't exist anymore." And I'm like, Sprint has it, T-Mobile has it. I'm like, you're the only one who don't have it.
Well, AT&T
why are
always
you
tried
lying
to
to me?
fuck people, but
Yeah,
It's fucking stupid.
I switched to Sprint when they got rid of unlimited.
like
data.
when AT&T only had the iPhone and you could get 2 gigs of iPhone data for like $40 or $50 a month.
Oh,
or
I
something.
remember that shit.
Holy shit.
And then once
Yeah.
everyone else got the iPhone, they all of a sudden they had an unlimited plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy.
you gotta pay for your phone, then you gotta pay like 50, 60 for data, then you gotta pay 20
Oh,
for your little
the
talking
best
text. Like,
is how they charge you for text and for data when it's the exact same fucking thing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's literally they're fucking crooks. And the only
They
way
use the data.
you don't
network
even
for
own your
texting.
phone. You
the
don't
only
even own
way
your
to
phone.
fix things is
Oh, I own this
with
one.
guns.
I own this one. I bought it.
or
Taking back the means of production.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, I mean, you could always just hope that people you elect to government will do something
I
about
bought
it
this
and
phone
not just
cash,
take
so I
money
own this
from them.
one.
Right.
You know,
How much did it cost cash?
I don't remember.
I think I paid like $400
I think this was only $200 or $300. It
cash
wasn't
for
too
this
bad.
one a year after it was out, but I just paid it straight up because I didn't want to be on a lease or anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've bought my last.
Now my brother, we didn't catch it for like a year. Like,
Holy
so we
shit.
literally paid like all this extra freaking money. But his was luckily only added to like $600 some, but we paid like an extra $600 some. It's like, oh yeah, you could have bought the phone for like $40 when it ended, and we paid an extra $600.
That's something where you go back out to
I'm
your
so
car
like-
and then come back in with a tech
I'm
or
just
something.
so like,
like
That is so
What?
fucking evil. Holy
Right?
shit, that's evil.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, you gotta
I'll tell ya.
understand, libertarians want these people to be running the fucking country.
we just assumed you
Yeah.
needed more time, so we kept charging you each month for the phone.
Basically, libertarians, Republicans are all just.
That is so fucking grimy.
Yep.
Wow. That's why, I mean, since the beginning of time, I've always bought my phones up front. Like,
Yeah.
I buy them up front, and they're old as fuck
Oh, yeah.
when I buy
As
them.
soon as they started doing the lease thing, now I just buy them whenever they're mine.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even
Yep.
start out with a lease. Like, I up front,
Yep,
I have
exactly.
Yep,
cash in
try to
hand.
set you up on a 30-year payment plan.
Back when
Yeah,
it used
Got
to be,
my
you
daddy
just
on a
pay the whole
Cadillac
phone
like that
off.
once.
I'm like, fuck everything about
It used to be pay to own. That was when it was good.
That was when it was good.
Well, and that's how they get around. They're like, oh, no contracts, but you have to lease your phone.
Well, they didn't like me because I went like 5 years past my contract, so where I was just sitting there, and they kept offering me more and more, like to upgrade my phone, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it was like he had an S3 for at least
Oh, dude,
5 or 6 years or
Holy
more.
shit.
probably more.
And I upgrade mine like every 2.5. Well, I went 3 with my last one, I think. But
I usually wait till mine
And
break, and they usually break.
I
within
only
a
bought
year.
a new battery for it one time too.
Back when you could
Over
buy a
all
new
that
battery
time.
for phone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Without taking her in.
Yeah, I can't remember if this one has a built-in one or not. I can't remember.
The last one that had one, I think, was the G5.
I actually don't think this has a built-in
But
battery.
eventually, you couldn't find an OEM battery anymore. You'd have to use third-party, and those don't last very long.
Yeah.
So
Get like a Rayovac or some shit. I think
Oh,
that's what-
God.
I think that's what brand it was that I had.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, they make cell phone batteries apparently.
The garbage of the batteries.
Yeah.
God.
oh, isn't Rayovac what Michael Jordan did commercials for?
I'm pretty.
Could
that
be.
Sounds,
No, he did Duracell.
Did he?
Energizer
Energizer always had the bunny.
Yeah, Energizer. That's what I meant. Energizer, not Duracell.
My one was like Rayovac, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, that's what the parents bought coming up. Like,
Yep.
you get the cheapest shit.
Now there's dollar store shit they got where it's like everyday batteries and shit.
Yeah, everyday batteries.
Because every day you gotta put your
Absolutely.
Fuck.
So hear me out, though.
Yeah,
Like, let's say that you buy the dollar store battery to power
a vibrator.
a personal device.
Yeah, vibrator.
Is that a one-night stand?
Yeah. Nice.
100%, dude.
Could be.
Hundy.
Could be.
Might be a 30-minute stay.
Maybe it won't even last long enough.
Holy
Fucking have to
shit.
change batteries.
It drains power so much.
It's like a drill where you just pop the energy pack out and put the.
Oh my god.
A reload scene from a video.
You got
God.
you got like 4 of the like fucking like power pack stations. You just
Bryce
like
has like the
plug 'em
like
in.
in Equilibrium where he has like the power, the things that like balance, so like the ammo.
Oh yeah.
So then he just like rolls on the ground.
Back to Terminator Dark Fate. What did you guys think of the movie?
It was an action movie.
See, I thought it was really good, but like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's not a Terminator movie," because of like how much they've changed or whatever. I don't know if I want to give stuff away. Chris hadn't seen it.
Go ahead.
Well, it's an alternate timeline.
What they're fighting is like technically like a different like enemy, I guess, but and like as soon as you like take
Oh,
out certain
man.
characters, it's not Terminator anymore. People were saying, and I'm like,
Oh,
what?
Eddie Furlong though.
Yeah, that's what.
Fucking F.
Was that a CGI him?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a CGI
Oh, yeah.
younger Edward
Okay.
Furlong.
That's why he's actually listed in the credit, like the film credits.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
De-aged.
That part of the movie was awesome. I enjoyed it.
Yep. It's like within the first 15 minutes of the movie, you just see fucking
Wow.
double tap.
Yeah. Yeah, not to give anything away. I thought it was good, but it was stupid. Like there were so many fucking plot holes.
Well,
I
of
don't
course.
Yeah, and like a new enemy, it's like why?
Because
Why-
humans
why?
always find a way to fuck up.
I mean, why don't
Yeah.
they just get a dump truck compactor thing and just fucking like trick it into going into it, and every movie ends with.
Yeah.
Alex is like, what the fuck?
It's like Terminator, and then Terminator Genesis had, there was Skynet, and then Genesis had Genesis, and then this one has fucking Legion or
Yeah.
whatever, fucking AI. It's
Yep.
like, shut up. Like, stop. Like, stop coming up with new fucking ways. Like,
Yep.
they're pretty much saying no matter what you do, some AI always fucking comes up and fills the gap. Except for the timelines where they don't. Because every Terminator thing is like its own separate timeline.
Yep.
And this one was so fucking stupid. They did the dumbest fucking thing just to put Arnold Schwarzenegger in the fucking movie.
Yeah, a lot of
Hey,
people
he
were
was
saying
funny
that.
though.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
cool. It was nice seeing him, and he had some funny fucking one-liners. Dumb. Biggest fucking plot hole. Stupid as shit. It was dumb. But I can't spoil why it was dumb. You have to see it. But if you like Terminator, you're gonna see it already. But if
If you
Don't-
like
don't
Terminator,
see
you're
it.
gonna be disappointed.
yes, pretty much. Like, don't even bother. Like, is what I'm saying. I like Genesis too. Genesis wasn't that bad.
I would say that
What's funny is
It was
got
an
like,
alternate timeline.
Genesis
I laughed at it
actually
got bad scores. Like
the
apparently.
writing
Yeah.
and the acting on Genesis, I think, were actually like this movie. The acting was great, but the script sucked.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
Like
Yep.
the last like Salvation, at least they tried something different, right?
That one was
They were
really
in the
good.
future and they had to send him back in time, right? Instead of just saving someone from a
Yeah, the
Terminator.
past and someone coming back It was the story of then sending someone back. It was like, I liked it. And Genesis kind of had the same thing going on with Kyle Reese and shit.
Genesis, then no, but they're like sending someone back from the future again. They'd already done that in Salvation, so it was another rehash. So it's like, well, what are we doing here, boys?
A lot of people just said that they copied too closely the plot of Terminator 2, and that's what like irked some people.
Well, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Here's the thing: Terminator 2 is like one of the best like horror sci-fi films of all time. Well, no, the first one was more
first
horror
one's horror,
sci-fi.
yeah.
The second one, though, still great sci-fi. The Liquidator.
The second one was like a buddy film. I mean, he's like buddies with this rope.
The fucking Liquidator. You're saying it's the Iron Giant, but on a smaller scale.
Mackenzie Davis is the one who played the
augmented chick.
Yeah, the augmented Terminator, whatever. I guess she's 32, so she's about our age too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
and gorgeous. But it was nice. Edward Furlong is in the cast. It's so fucking weird.
Yep.
It was nice seeing Linda Hamilton again, but she was like fucking baby boomer up the shit. Like chill out.
Like chill.
Well, the thing is, okay, so here's.
I hate everything
here's
about everything in young people and technology.
Here's my hypothesis, though. They seen that bringing back Halloween. What was Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween?
Yep.
Mad successful, right?
Okay.
It's like, why not bring back?
And they did the same thing with her, like her character, pretty much. So I guess they just were going for the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that was an interesting movie. Is there anything coming out this weekend though?
Ford v Ferrari.
What if they made a movie?
I want to see it, but I don't want to pay to see that movie because I don't like cars.
What if
I heard it's just good because.
What if they made a movie where like the Terminator comes back?
It's good because it really happened, dude.
But he ends up being near Crystal Lake. So like Jason versus Terminator.
So you're saying a Terminator
Jason would
versus
get
a Terminator?
Oh, Dr. Sleep, dude.
Oh, that comes out this week.
Stephen King, Dr. Sleep, baby. Yeah, it's just oh my god.
I don't know. It looks.
It's opening weekend and
actually,
has fucking 3 showings.
Do they have a showing of a? Do they have a showing of a film called Parasite?
It's a limited release. Oh, that's limited release too.
Oh, is Parasite's there?
No,
I don't know.
No.
Probably not. But if it was, I'd fucking go see it.
I'm looking.
Because it gets like an A+ from like everybody. It got the palm, the golden palm at the con or whatever.
Another one review guy we watched said that this year's been like a
Terminator's down to 2
big
fucking
like
showings.
Boon for the movie like industry this year.
Movies are back.
Yeah, they're back.
Dr. Sleep is 3 showings. This isn't right. Maybe they get rid of the ones that have already shown.
Or a full.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay, tomorrow it only has 9 showings for Dr. Sleep. What movie
I don't know, it looked
that
really
has
weird.
like a lot of showings? None. Like none.
There's that many movies out right now.
Joker's down to 6. Yeah, they do have a ton of chafe right now.
Yeah.
I do want to see Dr. Sleep.
There is no like huge release.
It's
out
Ewan
right now,
McGregor,
really?
dude. Well, no, Dr. Sleep I think isn't even like full release.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which is stupid. But anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Donald Trump, the anniversary thing of whatever, shoes.
Harriet's out.
Cool. He's all like,
Cool. We're gonna
The Lighthouse they're showing.
Lighthouse. Oh yeah, Willem Dafoe.
I know Joey said it wasn't that good, so I don't know.
Fuck Joey.
And I thought that was right up his
It's
alley.
like
and
when,
he said it wasn't good.
it's like when's,
Right up his ass.
when's what's it called? 21 Bridges coming out, right?
That movie that they showed a preview for, and I'm like,
Like
what
2 years
I was
ago
like,
they
didn't
showed
they-
it?
I was like, didn't they preview this like a year or two ago?
Yep.
Like, what the hell?
That was nuts.
Must have gone into rewrites or something.
That was Well, that was during like a Marvel movie, wasn't it?
Might have been.
Because of Black Panther's in it.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, we shall catch you next time.
See ya.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 Podcast.